Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 1 of module 4 of our semester together. This week is where we transition from talking about the introduction chapters, and I'm really looking forward to reading what you've written, to our methods chapters. And week 4, just like we did for the introduction chapter, we're going to start off by thinking about the theoretical background of why the methods chapter exists. So this week, the mini lesson is really talking about the purpose of the methods chapter. This week, you've got one assignment, unless you're catching up, and that's okay. Catching up is fine. Just like we did for chapter 1, we're going to be thinking about how the chapter is constructed by doing some reverse outlining. And you've got a choice. You can choose to find a dissertation that is using a similar method as your approach to research. That will help you understand how the conventions of that method are actually written up and talked about. Or you can take a look at a journal article that also uses that same method. Now, that's going to be a bit shorter and a bit more concise, but you're going to see how that author or the authors talk about the research method you're using. And your third choice is reverse outline some work you've already done on chapter 3. Now, when you watch the mini lesson, you'll notice that I talked about there not being a golden thread or a linear logic that necessarily takes place in chapter 3. It's really a prescriptive chapter in which you fill in the blanks. And our Edgewood template does a really good job at outlining what those blanks are to be. Reverse outlining your own work might help you understand and see where there are some holes in what you've already written. So again, you have a choice. You can either reverse outline an exemplar chapter 3 of an existing dissertation. You can outline the methods section of an article, or you can reverse outline some of your own manuscripts. I look forward to seeing what you produce. Make sure you take a look at our mini lesson for this week, which really goes into the purpose of the dissertation. And between those two activities, I hope that you are starting to understand how that methods chapter is to be constructed and what you're trying to do with it. All right, we'll talk next week.